Okay. I think we would be very excited now to go to the very interesting parts in our day, which is questions panels. So let's see. I think we will take this. We will follow the same order. Okay, let's all join here. Let's wait for the all attendees to join. Okay. I think we can start with, since Mr. Sami is here. I think we have like 2 questions. أستاذ سامي حضرتك معنا صحيح؟ أهلا. أهلا. وعليكم السلام يا فندم. في سؤال بعد إذن حضرتك. أول سؤال، هل هناك عملية تسجيل حالية في الجزائر لمنتجات التجميل؟ وما هي المواصفات التي تطبقها السلطات في الجزائر أو تتبعها السلطات في الجزائر؟ هل هي المواصفات الأوروبية أو الأمريكية؟ ده أول سؤال. إذا حضرتك بتجاوب على هذا السؤال، في سؤال تاني إن شاء الله.
شكرا على السؤال. أولا التسجيل متوقف نظرا لنهاية السنة، ونحن في فترة إحصاء كل التراخيص التي تم تسليمها في السنوات الماضية، لأنه بداية من 2022 راح تكون مدة صلاحية الرخصة سنة واحدة. هذا الشرط الأول. الشرط الثاني، من خلال المداخلة التي قدمتها كنت تكلمت على مرسوم تنفيذي تاع 2012 المتعلق بأمن المنتوجات. بالنسبة للمواصفات، فيه مواصفات جزائرية منبثقة من مواصفات سواء أوروبية أو دولية أخرى لا تهم جنسية المواصفة، وفيه كذلك قبول مواصفات أي دولة، شريطة أن يكون المنتوج مسوق بكل حرية في بلده الأصلي. وهذا تطبيقا لمادة من المرسوم الصادر في سنة 2012 وهي المادة 12. ويمكن للجميع الاطلاع على مرسوم أمن المنتوجات في الموقع الإلكتروني الخاص بوزارة التجارة.
تمام. شكرا جدا. في سؤال تاني لحضرتك، ممكن شرح المدة الزمنية للتسجيل والوثائق المطلوبة، ومن يكون المالك للرخصة، المصنع أم الوكيل المحلي؟ وهل ممكن نقل تسجيل المنتج من وكيل إلى وكيل آخر؟
هذه 4 أسئلة في سؤال واحد.
بالضبط. ما أعتقد إن هي آتية من شخص واحد اللي هو كتبها ورا بعضها. شرح المدة الزمنية للتسجيل والوثائق المطلوبة، ومن يكون المالك للرخصة، المصنع أم الوكيل المحلي؟ وهل ممكن نقل تسجيل المنتج من وكيل لوكيل آخر؟
أولا ألاحظ أني سأكون الأول من ناحية عدد الأسئلة، وهذا ناتج عن أهمية المداخلة أو عن أهمية السوق الجزائري.
أكيد الاثنين.
نعم. أولا بالنسبة للترخيص، هو يكون لصاحب السجل، أي بمعنى القانون الجزائري الشخص الطبيعي أو المعنوي يعني شركة مؤسسة. شخص طبيعي ممكن لشخص أن يكون عنده سجل تجاري يعني مسجل وعنده صفة التاجر بمفهوم القانون الجزائري. القانون الجزائري القانون التجاري، لو كود كوميرس. عندما تكون عنده صفة التاجر له الحق في الترخيص مصنع أو مستورد. وكيل في القانون الجزائري لا يوجد صفة للوكيل، ما عدا إذا كان عنده صفة مصنع أو صفة مستورد.
مم.
قانون المنافسة الجزائري في مادته 10 يمنع مثلا حصرية الحيازة على ماركة،
مم.
لأنه مثلا فيه مصانع يمكن أن تكون متواجدة في أوروبا أو في آسيا أو تصنع نفس الماركة. نحن نهتم فقط بمصدر المنتوج، وإن كان المنتوج مسوق في نفس الشروط وبنفس الظروف في بلده الأصلي. يعني هنا مبدأ مساواة بين المستهلكين، سواء كانوا جزائريين أو مستهلكين متواجدين في الخارج، لأنه عندهم حسب القانون الجزائري لابد وأن تتوفر فيهم المساواة، يعني شروط المساواة في الاستهلاك.
تمام.
بالنسبة
متشكرين.
لمدة لا
اه
الشق المتعلق
اتفضل.
بمدة الرخصة،
بالظبط
هي مدة الرخصة تبدأ من يوم الحيازة على هذه الرخصة وتمتد إلى سنة، يعني 12 شهر. إذا تحصلت على الرخصة في شهر جونفي 2022 فهي صالحة إلى شهر جونفي 2023. إن كانت في فيفري نفس الشيء من نفس السنة القادمة.
تمام. متشكرين جدا استاذ سامي، يعني لرد حضرتك على الاسئله دي، شاكرين جدا. حقيقه معلومات قيمه واجابات مفيده جدا لكل من هو مهتم بالتسجيل وتسويق داخل السوق الجزائري، نظرا لكبر حجم السوق الجزائري والجزائر بصوره عامه. شكرا جدا استاذ سامي. I think we can move. I can see that couple of questions to Dr. Bassant and Dr. Magid. So first for Dr. Bassant, regarding it, I think it's a technical question regarding the new EG Cosm portal. Regarding the formula, the data of the formula composition on the system, the one who is going to submit has to upload the formula as a PDF or ingredient by ingredient. This is the first question.
Okay, I'm going to answer the first question.
Okay.
And yes, they have to submit ingredient by ingredient.
Okay. Great, thank you. What do you register all the cosmetics in EG Cosm, all type of cosmetics?
Yes, when we launch the portal next week, maybe, or the week after, we're gonna register all kinds of cosmetics. Yes.
Okay. What type of restricted cosmetics?
Okay, everything restricted in cosing in terms of ingredients, we just follow them. Okay, and we do not register any kinds of cosmetics that have a drug claim.
Okay. Cosmetics label must be in Arabic, or what is the criteria of the label?
No, it can be also in English as well.
So
Either both,
either both
Arabic and English, or English only.
Or English only. Great.
Yes.
Okay. What would be the difference, or let's say the enhancement that EG Cosma, the new platform of EG Cosma, will bring in terms of documents that need to be submitted? I'm not going to talk about the length or the period of the registration, because definitely this new platform will enhance the timing of the submission and as well as the registration. But the people asking about what is the enhancement that will bring in terms of the documents that need to be submitted versus the current practice or with the GOIC.
Okay. First of all, the documents have been reduced to minimal. We used to, for example, need free sale certificates. It's going to be optional. We used to request a certificate of analysis as well. It's going to be optional. The rest of the documents are all needed, except for we don't need a hard copy like we used to have.
Great, great to hear that.
I can't say exactly all the documents yet. We have to approve the draft first, and then it's
Mhm.
going to be all published on our website.
Okay, very promising, actually.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
And let
currently,
me just add something, Victoria.
please,
I'm,
please,
I'm
please,
sorry.
please.
Anything we are taking decisions in is in accordance with our stakeholders. We always have meetings with them and discuss the drafts first, and then we amend according to their needs, and of course according to our needs as well.
Okay, great to hear this. Great. We have a concern also in terms of the ISO. Uh, there is a concern more than a question because currently GOIC is insisting to have ISO 9001. But as you might notice from the presentation of Dr. Liliana, and I know that Egyptian or the EDA particularly following more or less the European regulations. And as we saw from Dr. Liliana's presentation, that European regulations can accept the GMP ISO 22716, which is more concerned with the cosmetic or more specific to the cosmetic field rather than the technical management certification ISO 9001. Are we going to see EDA accepting GMP or ISO 22716 only instead of requesting for the ISO 9001, which is now requested or insisted by the GOIC authority in Egypt?
Okay, GOIC requirements is totally separate from ours. So we don't actually require the ISO, the first ISO you've mentioned. We only require the 22176.
Great.
But we cannot guarantee that GOIC is going to change their minds. But we hope so.
Oh, so you don't believe? Okay, let me get it straight. So, by the implementation of the EG COSM, there is no guarantee, or GOIC will continue to will might continue to request the ISO 9001.
Yes, exactly. We don't have a power on GOIC.
You don't have a power on GOIC.
No,
So,
no.
okay.
So they used
Oh,
to require the certificate of conformity, which was not mandatory from our side. And
uh-huh.
recently it has been canceled. خلاص, it was obsolete, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So we did not used to require that before.
So
And
even
it
with
was mandatory in their requirements.
the when EG Cosme go alive, GOIC might still need this kind of certification.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, clear now. It's clear.
Okay,
Clear. Thank
perfect.
you so much. Thank
You're
you
so
so much,
welcome.
Doctor. Thank you so much. Okay, I think we can move to questions to Dr. Liliana. Uh, okay, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
great.
Go ahead.
Okay. We have first we have two main questions. The European cosmetics market is regulated under a single regulation applicable to all European countries. Do you think that it's contributing to boosting competitiveness and innovation in the European cosmetic sector? This is first question.
Okay, Tarek. So the introduction of the Euro regulation brought many advantages. One of them was to harmonize all the regulations among the EU countries and the countries of the European Economic Area. At the first time, one could think that the introduction of an EU regulation that brings a lot more regulatory hurdles would hinder the access to innovation or innovative cosmetics to the market. But in my opinion, it is not what is happening since 2013. So besides the regulatory requirements, the additional regulatory requirements brought by the EU regulation, the fact that it harmonized all the regulation, it is a very clear regulation with very clear requirements for all economic operators. I think that the manufacturers and importers were able to overcome these regulatory demanding from the EU regulation, and are able nowadays to place innovative cosmetics on the market, compliant with EU regulatory regulations. Of course, if we talk about innovative cosmetics that are borderline products, maybe the EU regulation brought some difficulties on classifying these products and some difficulties for the manufacturers to pass the line, the red line that defines a cosmetic, and it distinguishes the cosmetics from other products on the market, other consumer products. That red line is a little bit more stringent now. So the manufacturer will have to be aware not only of the EU regulation, but also other regulations for consumer health products, and to be able to clearly define the regulatory pathway. If this is done, I don't think that the EU regulation hinders innovation, and I believe it boosts competitiveness in the sector, because it is the same regulation for all economic operators, and we are all playing by the same cards.
Okay, great. Thank you. Second question regarding the cosmetovigilance. How are cosmetics undesirable effects managed within the European authorities? Is that information accessible to the general public, or just to the assessors or the administrators?
Okay. For the undesirable effects of cosmetics are notified to the competent authorities when they are serious undesirable effects, when they pose a serious risk for the health of the consumer. The responsible person receives that information, notifies it to the EU competent authority, and then EU authorities have a system called RAPEX system, that is intended for dangerous products detected on the EU market. And they share between them the information that the EU responsible person notified about its product. And this information is so shared by the EU competent authorities and is published in the database. That is accessible by the general public. So if here in Portugal, for example, if an EU authority receives from a responsible person a serious undesirable effect notification, that information will be shared to all the EU competent authorities to prevent the making available of the specific product in these EU markets, in these national markets, and this information on the EU responsible person, the specific serious undesirable effect, why the product is not compliant with the regulation, will be published in this RAPEX system and will be shared with the general public.
Okay, great. Thank you. Good to know that.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. We have another question to Dr. Basant, I believe. Yes. In Egypt, how we can import? I think this is related to some discrepancy between the GOIC and the EDA again. How we can import a medical device class 1, which is approved to be imported by the EDA, but GOIC and specifically the customs will treat the same product as cosmetics as per the HS code definition.
Okay, if I get that right, so EDA considers the product as a medical device.
Medical device class 1.
Okay, but a GOIC?
GOIC treated as a cosmetics. Yeah.
Okay, then they have to head to the EDA, and the EDA issues a statement saying that we consider this device specifically with its specs as a medical device. And it's all the time resolved like that.
Okay, so it can be resolved by a statement by the EDA, issued by the EDA. Okay, great. Good to know. Thank you.
You're
so
welcome.
much. Thank you so much, Dr. Basant.
You're welcome.
I think we had a lot of questions, but we can send them by emails now to the rest of our presenters.